Take number 3. This is Elizabeth from A Crafted Crocheter, and I am back for another video. I know it's been a while. I got a cold. So, I have a yarn haul, I have whips, I have finished objects. I think that's about it. My kid is not in here tonight. Since it's been staying nice outside, he has chosen to. I left him out on Saturday, and he's been out ever since, and or was it Sunday? It was Sunday. That's right. So I left him out on Sunday. He's been out ever since. He prefers, to be outside, which is completely fine with me. So, like I said, I didn't say that. This is episode 107. I want to say a huge thank you because I think I went up to 610 subscribers. Let me look. I do apologize for looking on to see how many I have. Okay, I went back down to 608. That's fine. So what do you say we get into the yarny stuff? Like I said, this is episode 107. I think I'm going to do whips first because I think that's what I have the most of. So I'm going to show that one last in whips. So I started my great-grandmother's blanket. She wants it in white and black. So I started it. This is the V-Stitch Ripple blanket. And I am doing 5 rows of white and 5 rows of black to kind of keep it uniform. I was going to do what Kendra of Hooked by Happenstance did when she was doing one of her cardigans in the browns, grays, and black. She rolled a dice to see how many rows of each color she did. I was gonna do that, and I'm using a 6.5 for that blanket, but I wasn't 100% sure if my great-grandma would like the inconsistency to that. So I just stuck with 5 rows of white, 5 rows of black. The next project that I have is, of course, all of the yarn that I want to use for it is on top. And this is the modern granny rectangle. And I'm just using random scraps. And I'm using a 6.5 millimeter hook. These are just random. They're not really random. They're just a bunch of cakes that I have kind of sitting around. So I went stash diving and pulled some random ones out that I wanted to include in this blanket. No one in particular in mind. It's just probably going to go to the nursing home or the hospital. I really like that stitch. I really like that blanket. And that's just all the colors that I want to use in that blanket. Just random cakes that I have of solid colors that I have laying around. My next whip is the Candy Kisses baby blanket. I did a tutorial for this on, I think, Saturday. I got a request from Marlo Martinez to make the blanket, and I guess she is having some trouble getting her sides even. So I am using Burnett Baby Sport, which is blues, green, and white. And it is the color Funny Prints. And this is how far I am on it. I'm going to fold it in half because I don't know if anybody else does this. But when I make blankets, I try not, all my blankets seem to go this way in the end, but I want them to go this way. And most of them, I do too many chains, not paying attention to what I'm doing. And then when I go to my second row of the project, not counting, the foundation row, but when I go to the second row, I'm like, man, this is really, really long. But I'm just going with it. This has, what is it? Where is the information? Usually I don't have a hard time finding it, but today, oh, there it is. This has 892 yards. And I'm thinking I have a light blue and I have a bunch of white that I might put with it. So, yeah. And I will leave the links for all of these blankets that I am making. I have one more whip. And none of these are including the hats that I have started. So I have a lot of mandala cakes. Just one, usually one cake of each. So I am making the Candy Kisses shawl pattern, but I am using 2 cakes at a time. The first one I am using is, I think this is Pegasus, and the second one I am using Fairy. Speaking of mandala, a very, very nice lady, she didn't give me permission to say her name, but she messaged me on Facebook Messenger that she had 5 cakes of the mandala serpent for my Call the Midwife baby lapgan. I don't know why I keep calling it a baby blanket. It's not going to be a baby blanket. But she is sending me 1 cake so that I can finish my baby blanket, man. Maybe it will be a baby blanket since that is apparently what it wants to be. But she is sending me 1 cake of serpent so I can finally finish my lapgan. So she already mailed it out. She sent me a picture of her, at the post office mailing and the receipt, and it says I should get it here on Friday. So I am going to take my blanket up to my mom's this week so I can use up the rest of the partial cake. And then when I get, the other cake, I will continue. So, yes. Oh, I lied. So I have another whip that I basically just started tonight. It is another Candy Kisses shawl. The pattern says a scarf, but I just increased until I ran out of yarn. So this is the Candy Kisses scarf, and I will link her pattern below. And I am using Barcelona in the colorway Heartbeat. If you're not familiar with this is a number bulky 5. It is 328 yards, 7 ounces, 300 meters, and 200 grams. I have 2 skeins of this, and that's the color of it. Reds and purples and a little bit of gray. So I am using an 8mm hook for that. And the Burnett baby blanket yarn, I am using a 6.5. The last whip I want to show you is it's my own design, and I think I showed you previews of it the last time. But I have since then frogged what I had because I was not liking how small it was. This is another flat bottom design that I am working on, and I'm going to kind of fold it in half because it is really long. You just got a peek of it, but it is made using the V-stitch, and this is what it looks like. It is using the V-stitch, and I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am 1 row 10 actually, but it is using the V-stitch, and the yarn I am using is DK Colors. As far as I know, they are discontinuing this yarn at my local Joann's, and I went ahead the last time I was with my mom. I went ahead and went in and bought, I have a knot, and it's all twisted and tangled up, and bought some colors that I do not have. I really, really like this yarn, so I went ahead and bought, I bought some colors that I already had, and I bought some newer colors that I never seen before, and I am going to show them as soon as, and this is what I have left. I still in the, I have a little teeny tiny bit of purple left, if you can see it in there, and then I'm going to be going into a speckly, where it's mainly white, and then it has purple and pink in it. And I did not tell you the colorway, did I? My bad. The colorway is called Petunia. So I have 3 cakes of this. I am hoping that I only need 2, but we will see, because each row is getting longer and longer and longer. So if you're not familiar with the DK Colors, it is 100% anti-pilling acrylic. It is made in Turkey. It is a lightweight number 3. There is 383 yards, 350 meters, 5 ounces, and 140 grams. Machine wash, tumble dry, no heat, and that is what it looks like. So that is my own design. Once I get this one finished, I am going to make another one in a different weight yarn. I have a lot of sweet rolls that I am probably going to use, so I will give you an update once I do finish that one. I will see exactly how big it is with 2 skeins, and then I will go from there. I wanted to show you this, the tea that I'm drinking. It is Jack Frost herbal tea. I love this tea, and I do not know where I can find it. I love it. This is the pack that it comes in. Sadly, I have 3 of these left, and I think it's a Christmas tea, because since I'm sick, I was going to have hot cocoa with whipped cream on top, but my boyfriend's like, yeah, I don't think that'll be good for your throat. I think you want to try hot. If you want to drink something hot, I would try hot tea. So, this is my second cup. The first cup I had was plantation mint. I love mint tea. Peppermint. I love peppermint, spearmint, anything like that. I love it. So now let's get on to my finished objects. So the first one I have is, you have seen this one before. I had originally finished this one, but I had a partial cake of the yarn left over. And I told my mom, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to keep that partial skein. I'm going to get the shawls out and I'm going to add it to the shawls. So let me find my... So right here where the stitch marker is, can you see that? Right here. So I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I added 8 rows onto this. So this is a shawl pattern by Petra, from the Sosa family. She has a tutorial. This is the V Stitch High Mountains shawl, and I love this. And this is in DK colors, in the color Alpine, or Alpine, however you want to say it. But I absolutely love this. Now that I have showed it to you, I can finally take my stitch marker. I don't know if there's another one in here or not. Okay, so there's no more. So I finally finished that one. And then, this was my first ever Candy Kisses scarf. I just made it into a shawl. And this is in the color, this is in Premier Sweet Roll yarn. And with this one, I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, added 8 rows to it also. And I ended it on the single crochet. I guess they're like almost like picots, but they're really not. So I added 8 rows onto this one also. So there is that one. I love this shawl. I love this. I love the sweet roll yarn when I do it, but I want to try other yarns with other projects. So I only finished one hat this week, and I did not weave my ends, and that's terrible of me. It's a little short because, you know, it might go to a kid or somebody. So it's in, the yarn is Impeccable in the color lavender, and I used a 5mm hook. The Alpine shawl, I used a 6, and the Candy Kisses shawl, I used a 6.5. My last 2 finished objects. I finally finished my last 2 shawls for the my dentist office that I go to. I wanted to make them a shawl because one of the desk lady, or the front desk person, she was saying how her mom recently got a shawl from one of the church groups or somebody. She's in a home. They got them donated. She got them donated, and she got a really, really pretty blue one. And I wanted to make them all a shawl, my own design. And there's 5 ladies down there, so I made 5 shawls. And all of these are using the Red Heart ombre yarn, and they're a little folded or a little crinkly because I had them in a bag. This one is Violet ombre, Red Heart Super Saver, the ombre yarn. So this is the violet one, I think. This one is Jazzy. It's like a really, really hot pink with light pink in it. I just finished this one, and this one is a sea coral. It's very pretty. It's like a bright orangey pink color. So I finally finished that one. I had it on my list for like ever. And the last one I finished was this one, and this one is violet. All same size. I use same size hook and everything. I have a tutorial for this pattern. And this is the last one, and this one is anemone. It's like a burgundy maroon color. So I got them all finished. Now I have to, I'm going to get bags and put them in. I'm going to get bags, and I'm going to get tissue paper and get them all ready to go. I don't think I'm due down to the dentist until June, I think. So I'm glad I got them done. So now we're going to get into my yarn haul. Oh, I lied. That's what I found. Another hat. I also finished this hat. It's mint, and I don't remember if this was Impeccable or Red Heart with Love. Who knows what else I might find in here. I got some binder clips for my my book that I write all my patterns and stuff in. And I got some white out because I needed that. So, oh, I found another hat. This is the Impeccable. So I finished one Impeccable. No, this is Red Heart with Love, and the pom pom is Big Twist Premium in Emerald, I think. And then this one is Red Heart with Love, or Impeccable maybe. So I went to Joann's, and I went to Michael's, and I went to Walmart. So what I got at Walmart was, these are new to me colors, and I know they're not new to a lot of other people. But they had 2 mandala cakes that were the color peacock. And I love this. Don't you think that's so pretty? And here's the other one. I love these. I think I'm gonna make a shawl out of them. But I think I'm gonna do the 2 at a time one. But I don't know which shawl pattern to use. And that's what I got at Walmart. Oh, I also got, if I can find the rest of them. I found more hats on the bottom of my bag. Found my scissors. I was looking for those earlier. So, I have this little idea about adding buttons to my hats. And if you see my previous video, you would have seen some of those. Well, I had this crazy idea about some of the little girl hats. I want to put a flower on, but I want to put a bee, a ladybug, or a butterfly on. So when I was at Walmart, I got some little ladybug buttons. I got some little bee buttons. And I got these cute little butterfly buttons. And I have a couple girl hats that I'm going to put those on. I'll show you the hats because I can't get to them right now. So at Michael's, I was looking around, and they had a lot of their yarn on sale. My favorite yarn from there is the Impeccable. And I looked and I looked and I didn't see any new colors. Well, then I landed on this. I love this. So this is Impeccable, and it's charcoal tweed. But look, it has flecks of every single color underneath the rainbow. Isn't that gorgeous? So, Impeccable yarn was $2 each. So I was like, So I had two in my car, in my little basket. And I'm like, I was looking at the Capri yarn, which is those little, skeins of yarn. I was looking at those, and they were also $2. And I'm like, can't really do anything with them. So I didn't get any of those. I was also looking at the little amigurumi like rolls of yarn. And I'm like, well, those are like $6, so I don't want to get those. I had $16 left from when I went to Walmart. I had $16 left. So I went back and was looking at the Impeccable and was looking at like a bunch of the variegated yarn. I'm like, I really don't. And the Charisma was on sale too for $2. So I'm like, no, I don't really want any more Charisma because I already got like 22 skeins of that. So I went back and they had 2 balls of this left. So what did I do? I got all. That did not work as planned. I got all 4. There's one on the floor. I just love this. I just love that. And I will be making hats out of those because I think that's gorgeous. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. So then I went to Joann's because I had to get another skein of it's in here. I just gotta find it. And there it is. I had to get another skein of Petunia, which is this. So I got another skein of that because I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough. Then I have some of this, and this is the color Macaron. And I love it. And I think I have some of these, and this is Rose Garden, I think. Yeah, Rose Garden. And then I think the other colors that I got are new to me. So I wanted to get some neutrals, and they had 2 that were kind of neutrals. So I got this one right here. It's like shades of brown, and it's called Birch. Isn't it pretty? Find the other one. Here's the other one, and it's called Birch. Then I got this one, which I don't know about this one. And it is called Strata. This color right here, if you can't tell, is right here by the brown, is more like a slaty blue, and then it goes on the gray, and then it goes on the white, and then it goes back into like the tannish brown. See right there, that's like almost, yeah, that's like a slate blue. Let me find that one. And this is the other one. Then I found this one, which is like shades of purple, and it is called Iris. And I got 2 of those because I'm not a big fan of purple, but I like purple. Then I got this one because I do have one of these, and this one is Cool Breeze, which I thought was really pretty. Then I got 2 of these, and it's called Splash, which I really, really like because, of course, it's blue. And I got one more. Do I have one more? Yeah. Well, I have 2 more, but they're one color each. Oh, I got 2 rose garden. That's right. I got 2 rose garden. And I have one more. And this one is called Picnic because it is red, white, and blue. So now I can show you the hats that I finished this week. So I finished this one, and it is Blue Skies Varg, and it is from Mainstays. I also finished this red one. I know it looks gigantic, but it's really not. And this one is impeccable in the color Cherry. This one is also impeccable, and it is the clear haze, or blue haze, I think. And I finished this one, and this one was, showing you the back, this one was a Karen cupcake in the colorway Lime Swirl. Oh, need one more. And I finished this hat, and this is in brown shades. So that is all I finished this week. That is my yarn haul. Now I want to start some new projects because I shouldn't start any projects, but I'm going to. Because I'm staying up tonight because I have to get up early tomorrow, and it's just easier if I stay up all night as to go to bed and give my gram a hard time to get me up in the morning. So if I have to get up early, I just stay up all night. So that is my yarn haul. That is my finished objects. That is my whips. So yeah, that's everything for this episode. I would do a live video, but sadly, I forgot my mount that I bought at my mom's, so I will get it tomorrow, and maybe this weekend I will do a live video. I know there's some talk about not being able to do a live video on YouTube unless you have so many subscribers. Does anybody know how many subscribers you have to have before you can do live video? Maybe I'll try it in a little bit on my phone, and if it does let me do it, then I will do one this weekend. If it does not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So you're just gonna have to wait until I put videos out. So like I keep saying, this is all for now, and hopefully I will talk to you guys again on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Have a great week. Have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon.